Hello everyone, I am back, and to show you what we've been up to, right now we have a carbon fiber assembly line. So here's the back section in carbon fiber. It has 3 layers. Today we took it out of the mold to make sure it would come out okay. One of the areas that we're concerned about is the taillight area. It tends to get stuck, same way with the license plate. So we took the mold apart, took the part out, checked it out, and then we needed to put it back in because it was a sunny day and we wanted to expose it to a higher temperature. So we put it back in. It was very difficult to get back in, so just to let you know, if you cannot take something out of a mold, it's better to do that. If it weren't for all the features, it would have worked, but apparently the part shrunk just a little bit, and so it was really hard to get into some of the areas. But we got it. It just took a lot longer than expected. The second thing we did was we put this part in the sun, and this is the fender flare. So we put it in the sun again to cure it a little bit. It has not been pulled from the mold yet, not really worried about that. So if it's sunny tomorrow, it ended up raining, so we pulled everything in. But if it's sunny tomorrow, we will put it back outside and let it heat treat a little bit. We're also looking at heaters to get the temperature up. And then the third thing is the front nose to the C2 Grand Sport. And this is 3 layers of carbon fiber. We just finished laying this, and so now it needs to cure for 2 days. We already have the center section. The orange that you see is the mold. And so we already have that orange section right there. We did it in tinted chopped carbon fiber, so we didn't need to redo it. And then I am redesigning the headlights so that they don't have that very convoluted buckets that the original Grand Sports have. There's no reason for all of that. So I'm going to replace that with a flat piece. And then I already have figured out how I'm going to put the headlights in. So we will do that in the near future. Have to make those pieces. The other piece is I was going to do the fender flare, finish it on this side. I have the front part of the fender flare on the new fender. So carbon fiber fender, carbon fiber fender flare. Somehow this back section here vanished. I can't find it in the shop. And so decided to just go ahead and make another one. So I got the old C2 Grand Sport fender out. I sprayed it with PVA, and the hope was to put 3 layers of carbon fiber on it, but it is late. We've run out of day, so that's another job for tomorrow. One of the issues is, let me see if we can see it over here. Okay. So if you wax the mold and then you spray PVA on it, if you look at this, the PVA keeps congregating. There's a surface issue here. I've tried everything to do that. With the way you get around it is you have to put the PVA in layers that are fine mist, so fine that you basically can't even see that it's spraying on it. And you have to do enough of that so that even when it beads up, it creates separate little beads, which you can see that it did a little bit here. And so they're not large enough to gather together and coalesce. But it takes, I don't know, 4 or 5 of those, and each one has to be completely dry before you put the next one on. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of pain. So with this, did not wax it, and I added vinegar to the PVA to help with the surface tension issues. And then I was able to spray this like you would paint. Now the first coat is light, not nearly as light as that requires, but the first coat is light. And then with each successive layer, I sprayed it just a little bit heavier. But you can see the difference here. This is almost like a paint job, not quite, but it's not bad. I did not fix the surface 100% because we're going to do a skin on this. So this surface won't be seen. It'll be on the inside of the part, but we just needed to get another fender flare so that we can do this section right here. And in fact, we're going to have to do that one plus Another one, what we've determined is that if we just put this fender flare on here, it ends up only coming down to around here. Let me see, there we go. You can see the V mark. It only ends up coming down to here. The issue is that that's 10 inches above the ground, and it honestly doesn't look good being that high. So we've decided to go ahead and extend it to where it goes all the way down to the bottom. Well, to do that, we're going to be missing 6 inches of fender. So I've got to make 2 of these rear sections and graft that piece in to make up for that 6 inches. The other issue is you can see that it starts curving in. I don't want that. I want it to be straight down. So it's going to take some manipulation. It starts curving about here, well, about where that V mark is. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put a straight section in between here to move this back a little bit and have it come straight down instead of coming in. If we extended it all the way down here, then it would come in. And if you look at this, it does stop at the vertical, right at the vertical. All right, so we'll have to figure out how do we graft something like that in. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get this, put it on there, and then figure out what to do about that section. Like I said, I think I'll probably end up cutting it, I don't know, somewhere around here maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, just got to extend this down. All right, that's tomorrow's project. That's what we've got. I can't think of anything else. We're working on the, oh, that's right. The chopped carbon fiber section that goes in here, we're working on it. We sanded it smooth. It's amazing how much we've learned and how much better we've gotten just in, a couple of weeks since we made that. That was one of our early parts that we did in chopped carbon fiber. And it was had a pretty rough surface, required a lot of sanding. Since then, we've learned how to avoid getting it so rough so that it doesn't require so much sanding. But to fix that one, we had to sand it down, and it took quite a bit. But anyway, it's being worked on now. It has got sanded, cleaned, and then another layer of epoxy on it to even it up. All right, that's all we've got. So like, subscribe, hit the alert, hit the thanks if you want to donate. And if you don't like what we're doing, you don't know Jack. Bye.